All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick!
Good, bad, he's the guy with the gun. We're talking about Bruce Campbell as one of the most iconic characters in cinema history. Goofy though he may be, he's always lovable. And he likes to destroy the bad guys left and right, especially when he travels back in time like he did in Army of Darkness. And look, let me tell you, this is a statue from Syndicate Collectibles, which has come roaring back onto the scene after having disappeared for a while, previously having done mostly action figures as Soda Toys. S-O-T-A, not soda as in drink. So we're going to see what's up with it. Now, full disclosure, I did not get this at Doc's. I didn't even have the gumption to wait and go cart this over to Doc's and film it in a nice sliding environment. I just couldn't, man. I didn't have. I was impatient. So we're gonna unbox it here. Let me say this, and I'm not just trying to pimp out my boss. It's so much easier to get a statue or something of this value or a high value from a middleman like Doc's, because it takes a lot of the stress out of it. Hundreds upon hundreds of dollars were just in the mail floating around, and it got here and I wasn't home, and then I had to chase the UPS guy down, and it was a whole thing. All that aside, I took a little risk because sometimes Doc can't get everything, you know what I'm saying? He tries his art out, but sometimes he can't. This is one of those things he couldn't, but we're gonna see how it is. And it just so happens that this opening is falling on the day that the beloved Bruce Campbell that plays Ash has announced that he has some form of cancer, undisclosed which kind. That's unfortunately not curable, treatable, but not curable. So that sucks if you're a fan of that. That man, that lovely, lovely man that we have, has given us so many years of enjoyment, you know. But let's celebrate his still life, because he's still alive, obviously, by checking this out and see and cross our fingers that it's good. Let's get into the box. A little peeksy, yes sir. Looking good. Right out the gate, we got an assortment of things here. You can see the main body already. This comes with a base that, if you've seen the movie Army of Darkness, you know, it's at the beginning intro sequence where he battles some baddies in a pit. And, when he comes out victorious on top, he has a final confrontation with the pit witch, so to speak. So that's what the base is, the edge of that pit with the aforementioned pit witch, and that's right here, and it's pretty big. This is a quarter scale statue. There was what was it, 6 scale, I think, version of this, I believe. And they looked exactly the same. So I'm gonna try to get this out without breaking anything, hopefully. Probably gonna have to cut for that, but no, never mind. Here it goes. This is a heavy sucker. By the way, Rip Poppins. Nobody knows who she is, but she was a cute dog. That's all you gotta know. Yeah, there's another dog in here right now, and she's bored. So let me get Poppins out of the way here and throw her in the trash. Ooh, that's a big, heavy boy. We got the body and head of the pit witch. Here's of course, the ramp, and one like quarter, maybe a little bit over a quarter of the edge of the pit. We got a key slot here for Ash's boot. Oh, I'm sorry, shoe. We have, of course, Ash here, but we do have the pit witch's hand, thankfully put in separately. I was kind of worried that it would, come in. There it goes, magnetic. I might have to add that in later, so I'm going to put it to the side. And then Ash himself comes with 3 different options. Now, of course, the most classic option is when he holds up his boomstick, so to speak. But he also comes with him holding up the Necronomicon and him sheathing that shotgun, aka the boomstick. Well, let's see Ash himself first. Here's Ashy baby. Oh man, that is fantastic likeness. Cameraman's a big Evil Dead, Army of Darkness fan too. What do you think on that?
Yeah, it looks better than the picture.
Yeah. Now there's 3 statues out there right now. This is the least expensive of them at about $899. The other 2 are more expensive. One replicating the famous Army of Darkness statue, the theatrical poster. The other one kind of a more exaggerated version of that, only with the whole S-Smart outfit. This is easy. In my opinion, this is easily the best one of them. So if you're looking at these 3, I would go with this because this is like straight out of the movie stuff. You know, the others are a little bit too cartoony. Or in the case of the poster one, it doesn't quite hit it exactly. Although it's good. That would be the second best one in my opinion. But it's all about taste. So we got that key right there. See if I can get it in there. Ooh, that's scary. Hold on. There it is. It's kind of floating right now, which is not, ideal. There it goes. Get them in there flush. And then we could put that pit witch hand in between the legs. Let's see if she... Gotta see the key in there. Can't really see it from this angle.
Groovy.
This looks to be
It's a big arm.
the sheathing arm, which I'm assuming it's this. Yes, there's a shotgun hand that has kind of like smoothed out edge. So that's gonna go into the sheath on the back right here. So we're gonna do a little trial and error. I'm assuming you put the arm in first. There's a big, humongous key, which leaves a magnetic key up here. I'm gonna assume you slot this in first into the sheath, and yeah, boom. So here he can be drawing out his little gunsy onesie there, getting ready to blast. Or you can have him with a classic holding his gun over his head in victory. This one has a key, so it's not magnetic because it's holding it up. How's that look, cameraman?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one, right? But it does have that third option. You want him holding up the Necronomicon, which, by the way, very nice. Obviously, it's the Army of Darkness Necronomicon, so it's got that weird little
The
face.
worst Necronomicon.
The worst design one of the several Necronomici, but cool still. You can have him holding that up if you want, which is pretty cool. But you got to go with a gun, in my opinion. So I'm going to put that one in there for now. Right? And then, of course, it wouldn't be Ashy Slashy without his legendary chainsaw hand. It's got a magnetic. And there you go, man. Some classic Ash. How's it looking over there, cameraman?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, huh? This is a very sturdy statue, very nicely built.
Polystone.
Polystone, yes, I believe so. So, is it worth the investment for me as a fan of Bruce Campbell, Evil Dead, Sam Raimi, Army of Darkness, that whole deal? Absolutely. It's a beauty. It's awesome. It's big. You're going to need a big piece of real estate to put this base down. Great likeness of Bruce at the time, of course. And it's a simple switch out on the options, so it's no big hassle. If one month you want to have this, another month you want to have that, boom, boom, in and out, you know? The rest just kind of has to stay as it is. And the great thing I think about this statue is, not everybody has the money. You're already spending a lot of money to get a statue. Not everybody has the money, or I found out from a lot of our customers, the desire to get, display cases and stuff like that. Because they're, like any collector, I always think I could get something else instead of a case. The great thing about this statue is that if it gets a little dusty, it's Army of Darkness, guy. This is a pretty grody and dusty little film, so it's gonna kind of fit. Now, of course, that doesn't mean let the dust cake on, but you could take a little bit longer to clean these, and it's perfectly fine. So, Army of Darkness, Syndicate Collectibles. I gotta say I'm impressed, man. Not that I was never not impressed with their output. They always put really nice looking figures out, and they still are. They're still doing figures today. But as my personal first foray into what they're doing with statues, yeah, this is a 10 for me. Cameraman?
Hag gets 100.
100 on the Hag. How about Bruce?
Gets a 10.
Yeah, it's a nice piece. Very, very nice. So there you go, guys. So let us know what you think about Ash Williams. This is the Apex edition, as they're calling it. Very representative of the series. Very awesome. Love it. Join us for more stuff like this on the channel. Hopefully in a better, more studio-like surroundings next time. But yeah, let us know what you think about this, guys. Hit like, share, and subscribe. In the meantime, we're out.